Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. We're here once again. It is month 23 of me doing these reading YouTube ad series once a month. I used to do a bunch of them a month, and lately I've just been doing one just to keep it more succinct. I know I can be kind of chatty with my breakdown of how to, my thoughts in my process as I read these. And so today we're just doing one. It's for Werther's Original Caramel Popcorn. Now, Werther's is a candy company, and it's like a little, I don't know, it looks like it's about the size of a cough drop. It's been a while since I've had one or seen one. But now they take the the candy and they put it on popcorn, and what's not to love? So it's a 15-second ad. It is a real ad that I saw on YouTube as I'm waiting to watch my video. And if we look at the script here, I'll just read. Oh, so first of all, the music that they put underneath it, it's kind of like childlike, enchanted, fun, like kind of almost like Willy Wonka kind of fun music. But it's kind of magical music that they put in under it, and because they want to appeal to that candy loving experience, and everyone's first example of that was when we were kids. So they want to embellish and lean into the fun of that. And if you look at the script here, it says, if you love the smooth, creamy taste of Werther's caramel, and by the way, it's pronounced caramel, 3 syllables. Sometimes I go caramel, but I want to make sure you articulate caramel, caramel. And then the second line, you'll love it even more. When the male VO read it, he leaned into the word more. So I just underlined, you'll love it even more on our irresistible caramel popcorn. There's that caramel word again. Actually, caramel, it's in every line. Discover the only. And I put a little caret, a little up thing on the word only because there's a little bit of a lift there. Discover the only caramel popcorn made with real Werther's caramel. By the way, there's a sneaky smile going on throughout this entire thing. I shouldn't say sneaky. I think mischievous too. But it's kind of like I've got the secret candy and it's all mine, and maybe I'll share it with you. It's supposed to be fun. So discover the only. And not only with the caret and the lift on the word only, you can say discover the only. But there's what's called a glottal stop. Before you say the word only, it's discover the only caramel. You punctuated a little more by a glottal stop is when you stop the air when you're speaking. So if you were to say the phrase uh-oh, that uh-oh, there's a little break in air there. So you can say discover the only caramel popcorn, caramel. So there it is, 3 syllables. Discover the only caramel popcorn. And it's conversational to keep it flowing like that. But sometimes if you want to punctuate it even more, discover the only caramel popcorn. There's a little break in between the words the and only. Discover the only caramel popcorn made with real Werther's caramel. Last line, Werther's Original Caramel Popcorn. On the pop of popcorn, there was also a lift there, so I put a little caret. Werther's Original Caramel Popcorn. So again, it's a 15. It moves quickly, and maybe let me get my timer queued up here. Stopwatch timer. Let's try one for timing. If I add my timer here, boom. Boom. Let's try it a couple times for timing. If you love the smooth, creamy taste of Werther's caramel, you'll love it even more on our irresistible caramel popcorn. Discover the only caramel popcorn made with real Werther's caramel. Werther's Original Caramel Popcorn. Okay, timing looks good. Let's do once more. Once more. If you love the smooth, creamy taste of Werther's caramel, you'll love it even more on our irresistible caramel popcorn. Discover the only caramel popcorn made with real Werther's caramel. Werther's Original Caramel Popcorn. Yeah, good. So you got to keep it moving. You can see I read it twice. My timing is okay. Let's get rid of my timer. We're back. A couple of other observations I wanted to share with you. The word irresistible. If you're going to use a word like that, you got to mean it. So you don't throw it away, meaning don't. Be sure to billboard it. Be sure to have intent if you're going to use a word like that. So the tricky thing I think about line number 2 You'll love it even more. It's kind of, that part feels throwaway. You'll love it even more. Oh, come on. Who are you kidding? This is going to be awesome. That's kind of what it feels like. You'll love it even more on our irresistible. Then when you say irresistible, you kind of have to lean into that word. You'll love it even more on our irresistible caramel popcorn. So it's kind of like a little bit of a dance as you find your way through these things. Now, in my process, I love the mechanics of things. I've always been drawn to that, how things work. And so I listen to these little articulations and these little melodies and rhythms. But it could be argued that voiceover isn't necessarily about having awesome technique. It's about conveying emotion. Just like being a musician isn't about, watch how fast I can play or look how clean I can execute this line. It's about conveying emotion. So feel free to disregard all this and just give it your best sneaky kid with a bag of candy feel. So here I go. Let's try it for real. Sneaky kid with a bag of candy. Mischievous music, fun music. You're a kid. It's 15-second. It moves quickly. Here we go. If you love the smooth, creamy taste of Werther's caramel, you'll love it even more on our irresistible caramel popcorn. Discover the only caramel popcorn made with real Werther's caramel. Werther's original caramel popcorn. Yeah. I raise my glass to you. Raise my mug to you. Okay, yeah, that was fun. I like that. So again, I saw that. I made note of it right away, and I encourage you to do the same thing. If you see an ad or hear an ad, wherever you are, if you're in the car listening to the radio or if you're watching TV, and an ad goes by, well, if you're a voice actor, well, listen to what's going on these days and read it. I'm kind of weird like that. I hear an ad and I'll actually kind of either read it in my head or I'll read it out loud, or sometimes as my wife and I are driving, we'll see a sign and we'll just read it. Why not? But be a student. And somebody asked me recently, they were doing a read in class and they said, well, is it viable? Is it marketable? Is it current? And I said, well, listen to current ads as you're watching TV or as you're watching YouTube, and listen to the voices that are being booked to voice those ads. And if you feel like do you sound like that? Well, then that's what's current. The whole current thing is kind of tricky. It's like, the best you can do is be yourself. That's the easiest thing. And this way you're not really doing a character. You're just being yourself. And either you'll get the gig or you won't. But I've learned to, here's something I was taught in my teens, which is go for what you love and the money will follow. Go for what you love and the money will follow. And it's kind of an odd concept, but whenever I had two choices, I'll go to camera one for these two choices. So choice number one, it's a job that pays really well, but I don't really care for the work. Choice number two, a job that doesn't pay as well, but I love the work. I always went this way, because what happens is you're happier if you go this way. You end up doing a better job at the work because you enjoy it, and then ultimately you start getting paid more, or what you're worth. And so I always went this way. Go this way. Go for what you love, and the money will follow. I'll leave you with those words. Thanks for joining me.